Dr. Sasa, the Minister of International Cooperation in Myanmar's National Unity Government. Can you evaluate the support or give us a view on the support that the NUG is receiving from the European Union and internationally?
The people of Myanmar have been facing crime against humanity. We are facing the real atrocities. Therefore, we need the real support, which I mean is recognition of NUG as the sole representative of the people of Myanmar, and then total and complete rejections of the military junta and bringing military generals to justice is very important through universal jurisdiction, through ICJ mechanism, through ICC mechanisms. So we are now having 17 million of people of Myanmar need humanitarian assistance, and 1.5 million people are homeless, and 3,000 people are being killed in the last 24 months. So the approach to Myanmar crisis has to be as the same approach taken by the international community towards Ukraine crisis. And the same has to apply to Myanmar military, as the same apply to Russia, because the same weapon of Russia killing Myanmar people and Ukraine people. And Myanmar people and Ukraine people has to be seen the same struggle, and the same approach and support is needed to both countries. So Myanmar is ASEAN's Ukraine.
To Dr. Sasa, what would be your message for the Indonesian chairmanship of ASEAN and indeed ahead of the foreign ministerial meeting in Jakarta in the coming days?
It's very important to take the approach of ASEAN plans. It's very important that Indonesia find a way to cooperate fully with like UN Security Council resolutions, not only just ASEAN 5 points. I think there has to be a combination of UN Security Resolutions 2669 and an ASEAN 5 points, and also including of the National Defense Authorization Acts, which have been now included of Burma Acts. And if you look at the nature of NDAA Burma Act, it's outlined 8 United States foreign policy on Myanmar. 8 objectives. It's very clear. In that 8 objectives, humanitarian is a big part. Justice accountability through UN mechanism is a big part. Another third part is supporting of NUG and UCC pro-democracy movement. And the other part is a very important section. So I think that the section humanitarian and support for democracy and justice accountability of United States NDAA Burma Act, which became the law, and ASEAN 5 points, the United States 8 points, and UN Security Council resolution that has to work together as much as possible to deliver tangible results on the ground. And secondly, we totally, absolutely appreciate the support European Union for appointing His Excellency and 4S of EU to Myanmar. And again, I never have chance to welcome that properly. So today, please, Madam Chair and Madam Speaker, allow me to give our full support and welcome for EU Special Envoy to Myanmar, here our ambassador. I think there is a great chance for EU Ambassador, Special Envoy, ASEAN Special Envoy, UN Special Envoy to work together, implement ASEAN 5 points, United States 8 points, and UN Security Resolution, I can say into 4 points, that one in the UN Security Council resolution. So those all points has to be collectively, cooperatively combined together. As Ambassador said, I fully agree. The Indonesian has the opportunity to deliver these for the people of Myanmar, which we desperately need on the ground. And Indonesia is a country that takes Rohingya issue seriously. And if you look at NDAA Burma Act, it originated from Rohingya crisis. So that is really the behind the scene. There's a combination going on. It has to be implemented, and I think there's a great chance that Indonesia can offer for Burma because Indonesia has transitioned successfully from military to democracy. There's a lot of lessons that we can learn, and we need a strong facilitator to do that. I think there's a strong intermediator, facilitator can be European Union, our ambassador here. So I truly believe that that can happen if there's a strong desire to combine UN Security Council resolution, United States NDAA Burma Act of 8 points, and ASEAN 4 points. Then the problem can be solved. Resolution can be found for the people of Myanmar.
Sticking with you, Minister, the National Unity Government has been leading a resistance war against the junta for almost a year and a half now. Can you give us an assessment of the current state of the resistance?
Now we have seen something we never have seen before. We have seen more than 10,000 military armed forces defected to us. That's never happened in Myanmar history. Secondly, we have seen that the military are suffering from manpower loss. They cannot recruit any newcomer to their team. And thirdly, we have seen increase of resistant forces in our side, PDF forces. 23 months ago, there was a zero PDF. Now we are saying something 300 full battalions of manpower of PDF, and another 400 organizations of new local defense forces. In Ukraine, they call territory defense forces. In our country, we call People's Defense Forces. This is the same. So the people of Myanmar commitment to democracy and freedom is unshakable. CDM movement remain strong despite of 2 years of not getting paid of any salary. Now we have seen PDF forces getting stronger and stronger. We are giving them more training on humanitarian law, international law, Geneva Conventions, and we also have established chain of command together with ethnic arms revolutionary forces, which never happened before. And now we have control 53% more of the country territory. Many roads, many places are under the control of directly under NUG or our airlines on the ground. So in terms of resistance, we are just really the people are paying. We have got the women in the villages taking out their earring, giving donation to their defense forces. So we have not get any international support. No foreign government have support for our resistance. It is by the people for the people. Now we have reached that level. If we get at least 5% of what Ukraine people defender of democracy are getting, we will end this crisis now. The question is when will we get the real support from international community who believe in democracy and freedom? At the end of the day, it's about freedom. It's about democracy. It's about the people of Myanmar belongs to the future of democracy. Our victory is in justice, not with the military. So the people of Myanmar have made very clear that our future is not with military dictatorship anymore. Our future is with democracy and freedom. So we will go there no matter how long it takes.
I would ask one quick question to both Dr. Sasa and to the Vice President. Firstly, Dr. Sasa, we have heard this morning, in fact, I was with Vice President Hautala doing an interview, and she spoke of the unprecedented unity that is now seen in Myanmar among those who are opposing the coup and the military. How hopeful are you that this unity can be maintained in Myanmar? And what is the NUG's plan to bring about an inclusive, new, democratic and federal Myanmar?
Our unity is founded in our value and principle, which is based on federal democratic principle. So this unity, in fact, this military coup has united us. And I always describe Myanmar as beautiful gardens where so many type of flower bloom as its beauty. Our value, okay, the military have attacked directly on our value that was based on federal democratic principle. The last 44 months alone, they attacked 9,000 attacks on the civilian. It's attack on democracy. It's attack on our value. So they have killed, the 9,000 attacks have killed more than 3,000 civilians and have destroyed more than 36,000 churches, schools, and houses. But the people of Myanmar are not giving up. The military like us to surrender to our value. The value is our life. Our democratic value is our future. Inclusive future, a new future, where there is no more genocide. Our future is without genocide. Our future is without crime against humanity. Our victory belongs to that justice. Our future belongs to that federal democratic principles and values. So the military are trying to hold sham election again to attack directly to the democracy. By gunpoint, they like to attack our democracy. That Madam President has spoken clear now. I'm very thankful for that, that this sham election will only increase the bloodshed and the deaths and destructions. Because it's not about democracy. It's about attack on democracy and our value. But one thing I can guarantee you is that the people of Myanmar commitment to our future of federal, democratic, inclusive Myanmar is unshakable and strong. We will never surrender. We will never give up till we reach our destination. Military will not be allowed to normalize crimes against humanity. They will not be allowed to normalize genocide in our holy land. We will do everything in our power to succeed that federal democracy for all the people of Myanmar, regardless of race, religions, culture, ethnicities. It will be for all the people of Myanmar. That is where our unity lies.